Well, I have some exciting news. I am starting a game show. This will be as a podcast. It's going to be trivia and word games and riddles and puzzles, and I've got lots of plans for it. I've recorded a pilot episode, which I'm going to play here in just a second for you. But the plan is to have you be part of the show and be contestants. So links in the description where you can apply to be a contestant on the show. And also where you can go to Patreon to support the show. The plan is to have no ads on the show. I listen to podcasts and the ads annoy me. And so I would like this to be an ad-free show. So it will require support from the listeners. I will appreciate anybody who supports me. You can go over there and you can already sign up to support. And then you would, I believe the way I have got it set up at Patreon is you will be charged initially, and then I'm going to have the billing pause. So you won't get charged every month until the show actually starts releasing, because I need to record several episodes before we start posting it. So I'm not sure exactly. Sometime in the next couple months here this spring, we'll start posting episodes. So you can already sign up to support the show if you would like. If you want to wait until the show starts coming out and then support it. If you just want to listen to the show and you can't support it, that's perfectly fine too. Everything helps. Listening to the show, telling your friends about it, that's all helpful as well. So I appreciate all of that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments here, over on Patreon, on the Discord channel, wherever. You know where to find me. One of my other videos, you know how to get me messages. But for an example of what the show is going to be like, here is the pilot episode. What did John Glenn, the first man to orbit the Earth, and Ted Williams, the great baseball player for the Boston Red Sox, have in common? The answer to that is at the end of the show. Welcome to Quizzical, the trivia show where knowing a little bit about a lot is a very useful life skill. I'm Scott, and today we've gathered two brave trivia adventurers who have agreed to test their wits, their recall, and their confidence on questions they will absolutely insist they knew 5 seconds too late. So play along, pause if you need to, argue with your speakers, we won't judge. We've got questions, we've got answers, and we've got at least one fact today that will live rent-free in your brain for the rest of the week. So let's meet our first two contestants and get things rolling. In the red corner, we have James Moose, who is not an engineer from Baton Rouge. It's a very mysterious way to describe yourself. There's probably a lot of things that you are not, I'm assuming.
True.
All right, well, welcome, James. And in the blue corner, a karaoke enthusiast from the Midwest, we have Alicia. So welcome, Alicia.
Thanks.
Contestants, are you ready?
Always.
So for round one, we're starting with a game called All in the Family. Are you guys fans of the show All in the Family?
Never heard of it.
I know of it.
You know of it. Perfect. Well, that's okay because this has nothing to do with the sitcom from the 70s, so it's fine that you don't know the show.
Pretty good for me.
This is a word game where every answer has a family name in it, such as brother, grandmother, etc. So maybe an example will help. If I gave the clue, a treatment that uses powerful drugs to destroy cancer cells, the answer would be, of course, chemotherapy, which has mother in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Mother-apy. Okay. Some of them will be easier, some of them will be harder, but so you can figure out the answer because it has the family name in it, or just because you know the answer to the clue. That's fine too. And we're gonna buzz in to answer, but if you get it wrong, your opponent will have a chance to steal. James, your buzzer sounds like, and Alicia, your buzzer sounds like. All right, do we have any questions before we get started? So here we go with question one. One who is not a doctor, but assists during a birth. Alicia.
Midwife?
Midwife is correct, which has wife in it, of course.
You know, it was just on the tip of my tongue, but I kept thinking specifically mother. And I kept thinking of OBGYN and like, how can you fit the word mother into
almost
OBGYN?
there. Yep. Nice, yeah.
Almost.
Well, like I said earlier, what questions you will absolutely insist you knew 5 seconds too late.
Called that one.
Yep. All right, here we go. Question two. In electronics, this is used to reduce current flow and is marked with a code of colored bands. James.
Resistor.
Resistor, very good, which has sister in it, of course. All right, question number three. A daisy-like plant that is commonly used to make herbal infusions for beverages such as tea. Alicia.
Chamomile.
Very good. Chamomile, which has mom.
That was fast.
All right. In medieval times, this was an armored glove that was sometimes thrown down to declare a challenge. Alicia.
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, which has
Ant.
ant. Very good.
Or aunt, I suppose, if you
Or
want to
aunt.
be correct with the way we pronounced it.
Yeah, but you're a karaoke enthusiast from the Midwest, so you would probably say
So
ant.
I say ant, yes.
There you go. All right, question number 5. According to the Levitical laws in the Old Testament of the Bible, pigs are this type of animal. Alicia.
Unclean?
Very good. Unclean, which has
Uncle.
uncle in it at the very beginning. That one's a little tricky.
Sneaky.
The family name is definitely harder to see in that one. All right, next. The act of giving human qualities to a non-human. Alicia.
Personification?
Personification, which has
Sun.
sun. There you go. Yep. All right. Next question. The P in the commonly used math anagram PEMDAS. James.
I had it, and I think I lost it.
That's right. The P in PEMDAS.
Well, I think addition, but I don't see it.
Incorrect. All right. Alicia,
Yeah.
you want to steal?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, which has
Parent.
parent. Exactly. Very
It does
good.
not stand for plus.
No, it doesn't stand for plus. No, that's
And that's why I'm not an engineer.
you're not an engineer. That's
Baton
right.
Rouge.
We knew that from the beginning. You're not an engineer. Yep. All right, and our final question in this round. An old-fashioned term that means depart quickly. This is the hardest one. All right, we're going to say time's up, and no one gets that one. It was skedaddle, which has dad in it. Well, great job, both of you, but especially good job to Alicia, who is the winner of the first ever game on Quizzical. Yay, Alicia. Very good.
Yay!
You are one step closer to making the final. And James, you will have to win the next game to force a tiebreaker and keep your hopes alive. All right, so with that, it's time for our second game. Are you guys ready? Ready for a second game?
Ready.
Feel
Sure.
less
Okay.
ready than before, but yes.
Less ready than before. That's okay.
Less ready than
All right. Our second game is called Balance the Scales. So in this game, I will give you an item, and then you need to pick which of the 3 options that I give you weighs the same as the given item, or at least roughly the same or the closest. We'll take turns answering on this one, so you can put your buzzers down. You can feel free to talk it out before you answer, but if you miss, then your opponent will get a chance to steal. James, we'll have you go first. So, your item is a Tesla Model X. Now, does a Tesla Model X weigh the same as which of these 3 options? 1,000 12-volt car batteries, 100 standard roof-mounted solar panels, or 1/1000th of a wind turbine.
1,000 car bolts, 100 solar panels, or 1/1000th of a wind turbine.
Yep, 1,000 car batteries, 100 solar panels, or 1/1000th of a wind turbine. What weighs the same as a Tesla Model X?
I'm going to say not the solar panels.
Okay.
Because I feel like an individual solar panel weighs too much for 100 of them to only add up to one Tesla Model X.
Yep.
So I'm kind of on the fence, but I feel like it's a little bit more than 1,000 car bolts. So I'm going to go with the 1/1000th of the wind turbine.
Okay, 1/1000th of a wind turbine. Incorrect. Alicia, would you like to steal? So car batteries or solar panels, or you could go with wind turbine, but
That would be silly. 1,000 car batteries or 100 solar panels. Car batteries are heavy. My friend dropped one on her foot on accident and broke her toe, and it took forever for it to heal. 1,000 of those would be quite Heavy. I'm going to say 100 solar panels.
That is correct.
Oh.
It is 100 solar panels. So a car battery and a solar panel both weigh around 40 pounds-ish. The Tesla Model X weighs about 5,000 pounds. So 1/1000th of a wind turbine is about 400 pounds. So there we go. All right. So Alicia takes the first one. All right, Alicia, the next question is for you. Your item is a set of one coin of each denomination currently minted in the U.S. So you had one of each of the coins, a set of those. Would that weigh the same as $2,500 worth of platinum, $2,500 worth of silver, or $2,500 worth of gold?
Let's see here. Gold, silver, and platinum. Of those, platinum is the most expensive. And let's see. So we've got a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter. Probably some sort of dollar coin. Perhaps some sort of half dollar. I think they still make those. I'd probably say $2,500 worth of platinum.
Platinum?
Yep.
Incorrect. James, would you like to steal?
So, I kind of feel like silver is too light. Honestly, if I had to guess first, I probably also would have said platinum, because I feel like one set can't be that heavy.
But as Alicia said, that would be silly to say the answer.
So I'm not saying platinum. I'm gonna say gold, just because I still feel like silver is too inexpensive for that to line up. Unless I guess one set of coins is just heavier than I think. But
Well, the correct answer is gold. So James gets it. Very good. So, in fact, by the way, pennies would not be part of that
Oh, yeah.
list of currently minted coins. And depending on when people listen to this, nickels might not be either. Who knows? But currently it would be the nickel, the dime, the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar. So you basically had it right. And I mean, really, as far as weight goes, the penny is not going to affect that hardly at all. No. So it's around a little over an ounce, about 1.2 ounces or so. So there you go. Very good. All right. The next question is for James. Your item is the International Space Station. And we're talking the weight if it were on the Earth.
yeah,
Because it's actually weighs that, even though we think of it as weightless, but of course it's constantly falling, right? So the International Space Station, does the weight of that equal 10 empty space shuttles, 16 full-scale movable Millennium Falcon models as used in The Empire Strikes Back in the filming, or 10,000 Lego Millennium Falcons? So 10 space shuttles, 16 Millennium Falcon models that they used to film the movie, or 10,000 Lego Millennium Falcons.
I'm going to say that 10 space shuttles might be too much. And saying that, I remember back to my first question where the first thing I threw out ended up being the right answer, so I'm a little bit wary of that. Then my question is, for the Millennium Falcons that they had on set, I'm just questioning how much those would actually weigh. Given that they were just props, they didn't have to necessarily fill it with as much machinery. So I'm gonna go with the 10,000 Lego Millennium Falcons.
Okay, good reasoning. Incorrect. All right, Alicia, do you want to steal? So is it 10 space shuttles or 16 Millennium Falcon models that they used to film Empire Strikes Back?
The space station's pretty dang heavy. I mean,
I've never tried to lift it, but...
Right. I don't know exactly how heavy, but it's pretty heavy. I'd probably go with the 10 space shuttles.
10 space shuttles. Okay. And you would be wrong as well.
Ah, boo.
So it is the Millennium Falcon. So I specified used in The Empire Strikes Back because for that movie they did have a big, full-size thing that they could move around on a mount. So yes, that was bigger. The International Space Station weighs a little over 900,000 pounds, so it is big. And you were correct, James, that 10 empty space shuttles would be too much because those are 1.6 million pounds for 10 of them.
Wow.
They are very heavy. And that's empty without all the fuel and everything. So, all right. I believe it's Alicia's turn to go first on this one. So, your item is an average-sized pear. Does that weigh the same as a pair of Levi's 501 blue jeans, a pair of wool hiking socks, or the best-selling paring knife on Amazon? I was having fun with my pear puns.
It's very clever. Pear is an average-sized pear. I think the jeans are probably too heavy. I mean, I think a pair of jeans probably weighs about a pound, and there's no way a pair weighs a pound. Pair of wool socks or a paring knife. Paring knives usually don't have very heavy handles. Most of the time they're plastic. Honestly, I'd probably have to go with the wool socks.
Wool socks?
Yes.
Is correct.
Woohoo!
Correct. Very good. Yes. Blue jeans are too heavy for sure. They're almost 2 pounds actually.
Woo.
Yeah, and an average size pear is about 5 ounces. So, and the best-selling paring knife was just about 3/4 of an ounce, not even an ounce. So very good. All right, back to James for this one. All right, King Charles's coronation crown.
Ooh.
Which of these weighs about the same? A medieval knight's helmet, an extra-large big book edition of the book Caps for Sale. If you're not familiar, it's a great book. Or the Pope's big hat.
So, one thing I thought about at first is just how many gems he has on his crown probably make it pretty hefty. One thing I thought about is I feel like it would have to be comparably heavy to, his, like the lineage of kings, because they probably make it roughly the same each time. And I feel like a king with how many jewels he would have had on his crown would probably be a little heavier than the knight's helmet. That might be a stretch of reasoning, but I just don't think that the average medieval king would be giving out enough metal for their knights to make as heavy of a crown as. And then one thing I also thought of is that book seems very specific, which still trying to decide what to make of that, if that's, a sign that it is the answer, because it's so specific.
You never know what's a hint and what's a red herring.
I'm going to go with the book.
The book. All right, that is incorrect. Alicia, would you like to steal? So we've got medieval knight's helmet or the Pope's big hat.
So a medieval knight's helmet would have been very, very heavy. I don't know if you guys know this, but when Viggo Mortensen kicked that helmet on The Lord of the Rings, he actually broke his foot. That scream was real. They're heavy. I don't think his crown is probably that heavy, so I'm going to have to go with the Pope's hat.
It was the knight's helmet.
Really?
Yes. King Charles's coronation crown weighed almost 5 pounds.
Wow.
Medieval knight's helmet, of course, that varied, but from what I was able to find from historians, 4 to 8 pounds in that range. And the reason, now you said it was very specific, partly because I think it's a popular book for kids, Caps for Sale, but the point of the book is the guy sells hats.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where it came from. So, all right, this one should be Alicia's. If you get this one right, Alicia, you are the winner. If James gets this one, then sends it to a tiebreaker for this game, which would then potentially send us to a third game tiebreaker.
No pressure.
So, all right, Alicia, here you go. Your item is the tongue of a blue whale.
Oh my.
Does that weigh the same as a male American bison, a male white rhinoceros, or a male African bush elephant? And it's kind of wild that any of those would be correct for the weight of a tongue.
Right? I mean, blue whales are ginormous, though. A bison, a rhinoceros, or an elephant? Whew. Well, fairly certain the elephant's going to be the heaviest. And then probably the rhino. And then bison's probably the lightest. Oh, man. They are ginormous. I think it's going to be more than the bison. I'm just not sure if it's as much as a whole elephant. That's a lot. Oh, but then again, they are ginormous. Let's go with the rhinoceros.
Gonna go with the rhinoceros.
Yes.
This is for the win.
I
if
know.
you get it. No pressure or anything. And the answer is the rhinoceros.
Yay!
Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. A tongue of a blue whale weighs 5,000 to 8,000 pounds.
That's a lot of tongue.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
And after 2 games, Alicia is moving on to the final round at the end of the month. Congratulations to Alicia, and thank you to James for playing.
Thanks for having us. James, thanks for playing against me. That was fun.
Join us next week as 2 more competitors match wits for a chance at being crowned Quizzical Champion. But before we go, the answer to the question I asked at the beginning. What did John Glenn and Ted Williams have in common? They flew combat missions together in the Korean War and were wingmen, believe it or not. It's a surprising connection that you can slip into conversation this week to impress your friends, family, coworkers, your dog, whoever. I'm Scott, and this has been Quizzical. So that was the pilot episode. There's a few little things I'm probably going to add before it becomes the first episode of the actual show when we release it in a couple months. But I'm excited. I hope you're excited and want to be a contestant. Again, links in the description to all the things. And I can't wait to record more of these episodes and share them with you all.